Hey, and welcome, Lisa, from the Self Care Club. So, Lisa, I just wanted to check in with you today and for you just to share a little bit of your experience of your studying with me. We spent a lot of time together last year. Um, and yeah, do you want to just tell everybody kind of like who you are and yeah, what you studied and why you chose to do that?
Of course. So I am Lisa. I am the owner and creator, if you will, of Self Care Club, which was born in 2020. Just through my own period of stress, I leaned into these kinds of practices that we will talk about for myself and felt better than I had ever felt. And I knew I wanted to share that feeling with other people. So things kind of started from there.
Yeah.
Um, I'm from Aberdeen originally, but at the moment I am based in Houston, Texas.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing. And I love that you said that basically I think a lot of people come into these practices for the same reason. They've experienced their own challenges, and they want to turn that into sharing it with
Mhm.
others. And I would say all of the people that I work with that, come from that similar kind of story and background where we're kind of turning our challenges into strengths and into something that we're really, really passionate about.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, so what made you decide to choose to study with me? And do you want to share what programs you studied?
I think I first did the Be Free Anxiety book club first, which was my first dip of my toes in the water with courses with you. And then I just kind of got, yeah, a little bit addicted to going back to study again and learning and exploring myself and exploring healing and things like that with me first.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were doing the CPD program, and I thought that just is me. I need to really try that for myself, really,
Hmm.
with the idea of weaving that into my current treatments that I do with clients over here.
Yeah.
And then when I did that, it just felt like the next right step to really take the teacher training, and see if I could, of course, continue to weave that into my services. But could this now be a standalone offering on my menu, if you will?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just was a natural progression, and it was for me first and foremost, my own healing.
Amazing. And did you have any kind of worries or fears or concerns, before committing to either of those programs?
Hmm. At the time I started, I had a 1 year old and a 2 year old. So for me, it was a time thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, being here with no kind of familial support was kind of tricky. How would I navigate, especially with the time difference of
Hmm.
the calls? But thankfully, my next door neighbor helped, and my husband was really good with pick up and drop off. And I think when you're really passionate about something and you're doing something you love, there's always the time. You will always find the time. And it's just how to, I guess, sustainably manage that day to day, week to week. And actually, I find it quite easy to manage in the end because I wanted to do it. So it was a priority. And
Yeah.
it just kind of ended up smooth running after the
Yeah.
wheels were in motion. So it was fine. But that was my main concern for me with my stage in life was time. How will I fit all of this in? And I did, and it was fine.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. And how did you find the process? The live calls, the material online, the personal practice. How did you find that process?
Really great, really smooth. There was so much there, but it was like just the right amount at the same time without trying to say I wouldn't change anything because we are talking right now and I love the course. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
There was nothing that I would like add or take away or shape in a different way. It was really wonderful. I think the community of people that we had, and we also had a WhatsApp group to share how we were getting on and ask questions. The material was easy to read, easy to process. There was a lot of extra information as well. So, obviously, little videos that you would send to follow up to kind of support what we were learning.
Mhm.
I bookmarked all of them, and go back to some of them now, even. Just incredibly useful and supportive, is what I would say.
Yeah. Thank
Mhm.
you. And obviously you mentioned kind of you go back to some of those now. So do you want to share how are you using the course, like the program now? How are you using that in your business and your life?
Every day, really. I've just kind of made it become part of my day to day, and I find that when I look at moments of pausing before I react,
Mm,
or how I speak to myself, or the compassion and time I give myself, my practice is right there. It's weaved into, many moments through my day and every day in my business.
mm,
So I will use, really starting from when we did the first CPD course, teachings from that onwards of how I can bring meditation into short sections of relaxing clients before I then offer the service. I have started up weekly, what is now weekly meditation classes in my community.
amazing.
So, yeah, I am almost fully booked or sold out of the number that I can take for my next block.
Well done.
So, yeah, it's wonderful. And I think we talked about this before, like you are changing people's lives with these
Mhm.
practices. I have one girl who's actually away to turn 18. So I'm a
Mm.
younger one that comes to my practice, and I'd said, how are you finding these courses? Are you finding that they benefit you? And she said, Lisa, this is the best thing that has happened to me, ever happened to me.
Oh.
She's kept all my little love notes and all my affirmation cards around her mirror as like a daily reminder. I
Mhm.
love to see how my everyday practice can weave into their everyday lives and make a change. So yeah, using it every day for myself,
Wow.
every session for my one-to-ones, and every week for community classes. So yeah, it
So
did
powerful.
turn into, a good business offering for me as well as doing it for myself. I did want to see how I could turn it into a business offering, and it happened. It did. So yeah, I'm just so grateful for the course and everything it has brought me and everyone else.
Amazing. Oh, I love that. And that's exactly what it's about, right? It's about changing these lives like one person at a time, but also doing it in a sustainable way so that you can run a profitable business. And I think that probably differs in a lot of meditation and mindfulness courses that we are focused on the business side of things in this program as well, and how you can really create that financial stability so that you can continue to change and transform lives and show up in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then just finally, yeah, for anybody who's kind of, thinking about it or considering it, do you have any advice for anybody that's kind of thinking about it?
Do it. It will change your life and those around you. Um, we all get caught up sometimes in the hustle and bustle of life and getting carried away and missing the small moments. It's kind of brought me back to be, more present with my family, with my husband, and that is everything. That is everything. How that is in your home life as well. It's only going to bring so much to your life. If cost is an issue, I've certainly paid it off in terms of just the last few months. And time, you will always find time for something you love. I think there's nothing else like this available to do. This is a very unique course, and it's an investment in yourself. Do it. Like there's no regrets at all.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Great.
I really appreciate you sharing, and yeah, hopefully that will support some other people. And I will pop Lisa's links, and if you are in the Houston area, I will pop Lisa's links there, and you can check out her sessions and her offerings and connect with her too. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you.